Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin when talking about the entertainment industry, as I do oftentimes, where I find we're inundated on social media by rumors, back talk, rumblings behind the scenes over and over again. And some rumors come and go, some are squashed indefinitely, and others just keep rearing their ugly interesting little heads over and over. And there's one that's making the rounds again. And I wondered to myself, how many times have I seen this before? Talking about the casting for the Zelda movie, and I guess the casting of who should play Princess Zelda herself. And this one, of course, is making the rounds, this lovely little rumor of Hunter Schafer reportedly being eyed to play Princess Zelda. Now, again, I've seen this before. I didn't realize how often I'd seen it. I figured it's another one. It's been going on for the past year. This is not news. It's not new. It's just something that goes around to drum up discussion. And as you can see, this lovely little single post from Screen Time, 45 million views. There's a lot of discussion going on and who should and shouldn't play Princess Zelda and whether Hunter Schafer, how qualified they are. I mean, personally, I wasn't planning on making a video because, honestly, with casting going around of Snape and Hermione and whether or not you care, and studios coming out and saying, oh, we're going to be accurate to the source material. We're going to respect the source material. And then you see the casting of Snape and go, oh, well, that was a lie. Cool. Okay. Whether you like it or not, whether you agree or disagree or want to call me all the names in the book, I'm pretty much to the point where apathy is starting to set in with these casting announcements. True, wondrous apathy. I'll still talk about the things that I actually care about, and I just stick to video games. But in this case, my first thought, I decided to make a video because two things. I figured this rumor had only been around for a year or two, right? Well, I went to Google and asked their lovely little AI. I put in the question, how long has Hunter Schafer been rumored to be eyed for Princess Zelda? And apparently it's been since 2022. 3 years this has been discussed over and over ad nauseum. Hunter Schafer been rumored to play the role of Zelda in upcoming live action. So, since the announcement of a live action Zelda movie, has it been that long? Gained traction in the fandom detailed by Yahoo long before the movie was confirmed. I guess it was simply based on, well, what Hunter Schafer decides to look like that day. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway. And where are all these rumors coming from? Well, again, the second reason is it's all bullshit. Over here at That Park Place, Hunter Schafer Zelda rumor allegedly linked to PR firm. Not Nintendo, because if you know, you know. I find it highly unlikely that Nintendo, the Japanese company Nintendo, would be interested in Hunter Schafer. And I do believe if they have anything to say about it, Hunter Schafer will not be given a second look. Sony, having questions on that one. But the rumors are coming from Hunter's PR firm because I want to be important. I want to be the center of attention. New rumor. No. Marvin, this is not a new rumor. 3 years at least. Yay. We're going to keep talking about this. Rumor's going to come around next year and the next until any sort of confirmation comes out on who they've decided to play Princess Zelda. And then, of course, when that comes out, you're going to have the screeching eels in the background saying, oh my God, you don't want Hunter Schafer because you're transphobic. Well, people have their opinions. I don't care enough. But this, I find it interesting to find where the rumors are coming from or where they're possibly allegedly coming from. However, again, back to Hunter, it's not a new rumor. Anyway, circulating online claims that Euphoria star Hunter Schafer, a biological male, Hunter is a trans woman. Can we just... I don't care enough. is being considered for the role of Princess Zelda, which really doesn't make sense. I prefer Zelda to not have a penis, but whatever. And Sony's upcoming live-action Legend of Zelda movie, the rumor has sparked widespread debate among fans and lots of names being thrown around as well, due in part to the nature of Schafer's public identity and what Hunter's packing between those thighs, and what some see as a shift away from traditional casting. Some are making the argument of, well, you don't care about voice actors, and you know what? If Hunter was doing the voice acting for a cartoon, an animated show, I don't think people will ought to care. Bart Simpson is voiced by a woman. Nobody cares. Genuinely. The general public has never and will never care. It's the screeching eel, pearl-clutching jacktivists on social media that firmly believe that, well, the voice actor should be the same ethnicity and skin color as the character they are playing, which has led to quite a few. Did a video on this one particular that I'm aware of, Asian voice actor losing roles. So, fuck around, find out, you lay in the bed you made. But this is a live action, maybe the look. And there are those who say that Hunter Schafer, we go back to this one particular photo. Well, there's quite a few more where Hunter just looks like, well, what they were born as. Anyway, moving on. So when it comes to live action, we want the characters to look like the characters from top to bottom, with all the additional or lacking of the parts there. Anyway, moving on. What do we got? However, that Park Place has been contacted by 2 independent third-party sources. Did you vet them? Did you dig in? Did you send them an email? Did you send them an email at their corporate email address so that the corporation can see that they're leaking out information? Did you vet the sources? Do you trust them? Are they trolling you? Anyway, moving on. Sorry, I make jokes. Both whom dispute the validity of the rumor. Easy enough. According to their accounts, neither of which we can independently verify. What kind of reporter are you? You can't verify. How can we sit here and make any sort of claims that these statements are valid? Thank you for making it this far. I make jokes. I hope you stick around to the end. Haha. Chuckle, chuckle, y'all. The claim appears without merit and does not come from any direct interest from Nintendo or Sony. Now, it's highly unlikely that Nintendo or Sony are going to say a single solitary thing, especially, again, considering the rumors have been around for at least 3 years. They even came before the announcement of the live-action show. People just like the way Hunter looks just like Zelda. That would be great. Pretty sure the rumors came around at a time where, well, pride activism? We'll say that. We'll go with pride activism. Why are you mixing your words? You're watching what you say. It's a habit. It is a habit. So, and I think it's fun finding new words. I like words, and I'm going off on a tangent. Let's get back here. The fan casting. I mean, look at the pictures. You can make yourself look like whoever with the filters and makeup and all this other stuff, and people believed on one side of the particular ideological fence that Hunter would be perfect, except for that one particular thing that stands out, so to speak, at times, I'm sure. I don't know how excited Hunter gets and what to... Anyway, stop it. Moving on. Where were we? Where the rumors began, it began like 3 years ago. The casting rumor originated for entertainment scooper Daniel Reichman, who cares? Known online as Daniel RPK, who claimed that Schafer is being eyed for the role of Princess Zelda. The story spread quickly across social media. Oh, three years ago. 3 years ago. Plus, story spread quickly across social media and fandom pages fueled by Schafer's high-profile roles and recent media attention. I've never heard of Euphoria before a day in my life, so can't be that high-profile. While Rickman is known for scoops in the comic book movie space, particularly with Marvel Studios, there is no known connection between his sources and Nintendo or its partners at Sony on the Zelda film. Again, apparently these rumors came out before the movie was even announced. Industry pushback on Hunter Schafer's Zelda casting. Industry pushback or fan pushback? Following Rickman's post, the Park Place was contacted by a trusted, because that's all we do. Do you trust that Park Place? I'll leave that up to you. I'm just here to report what's being talked about because I find it interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Rickman's report, which states that Schaefer is being eyed, misrepresents the situation by implying Nintendo's active interest. This Legend of Zelda movie should be animated. That's the end of the discussion. It should be. It should not be live action. You're going to be limited in what you can do with live action in the Zelda universe. In Hyrule, everyone knows this. Stick to animation just like they did with Mario. Live action, please stop. Give us the animated stuff. Video game stories are fantastical. Hyper fantastical. And that's what we want to see on the screen. We want the magic. We want the creatures, the monsters, and everything. And if you try to do live action, it's going to end up being a bloated, overly expensive CGI mess. Yes, animated shows are expensive as well, but they look, oh, well, they used to look so much better, but here we are. Where was I? In reality, the eyeing stems from Schaefer's casting agents pitching to Nintendo, a common practice in Hollywood. So the only reason this is happening, yet again, is because Hunter Schaefer needs a job. Okay. Our source also noted that Nintendo is notorious for maintaining strict secrecy around its projects, making sure leaks, quote, making such leaks highly unlikely. And, you know, when leaks come out, they kind of go after you with their massive, expensive team of attorneys to shut you down. Even if you receive a product like the Switch 2 and open it, it's in your hand, it's in your possession, and you show it off, they try to go after you for whatever, because Nintendo is litigious and they're scumfuckery. Quote, my confidence in debunking this rumor comes from a conversation with a casting agent who revealed that multiple actors' agents, including Schaefer's, are aggressively pushing their clients to Nintendo to gain attention for the Zelda film. Again, so easy enough to believe. Yes, no, maybe so. You make that decision for yourself, but I do firmly believe this is just seeking attention, wanting to keep their name out in the public eye, looking for work because maybe the casting call. Almost said casting couch, but hey, if you know, you know. Maybe the casting calls are running a little dry at the moment. You know, I'm familiar with another industry. You may find a whole lot of work, you know, depending on the ins and outs that you enjoy, whatever. Moving on. Rickman's claim lacks credibility, shocker, due to his lack of Nintendo sources, reliance on fan-driven hype. Did I mention this is from over 3 years ago? It's been going on, right? I mean, I made like once or twice, maybe throughout this whole video. The rumor is likely a distortion of Schaefer's agent's effort. Nintendo's secretive nature makes a such leak suspect until Nintendo or Sony issues an official statement, which, God, well, probably might not be until the last moment. The rumor should be considered baseless. How long did it take us to find out the casting, the voice acting for the Super Mario movie? I wonder. I am curious about that. Nothing more. We've heard this rumor before. We're going to continue to hear this rumor until the final day when Sony and or Nintendo decide to, well, finalize the script, decide on casting, who's going to be doing what. I still believe this movie should be animated, but hey, I'm just a little schmuck on the internet. Tell me what you think. How many more times are we going to have to talk about this? How many more times are people going to be arguing about it? Has your apathy reached the point where you just simply don't care anymore? This kind of nonsense is almost expected from Hollywood. Would you be surprised if they cast Hunter Schaefer as Princess Zelda? If you follow George Alexopoulos online, you know why I'm laughing. Moving on. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike. Let's get all the publicity out there so people can keep talking about this for years to come. And I now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.